the fact that you've got the Quran, for example, you say that you gave me the fact they memorized the Quran. That's not true. Here's how I know. Because in the hadith in Bukhari, it says that the Quran was written down because Abu Bakr said, so a general, a soldier came to Abu Bakr and saying, many of the people who memorized the Quran have died, so we need it written down. We need it written down. So clearly not everybody was memorizing it. The Sahaba, I'm not making this up. This is in the hadith. Now therefore I'm teaching you something. Before Uthman, are you saying there was nothing before Uthman?
Before Uthman, there was people who were writing in a separate document. So
no, you're wrong.
He actually gathered all of them
You're
together.
very, very wrong here. In the time of Abu Bakr, men came and said, look, people are dying and we're losing the verses of the Quran, so we need to get it written down. It was written down, and eventually it was when after Abu Bakr died, it eventually found its way to Hafsa, and she kept it. And then in the time of Uthman, men came from the distant battlegrounds and said, look, people are fighting over the Quran.
Brought it from the Christian Bibles.
And then they said, they don't want to be like the Christians arguing. So now we want to get it written down. So what Uthman did, he said to Zayd ibn Thabit, who collected the Quran at the time of Abu Bakr, come and bring 4 other men of the Quraysh and now produce it again and collect Hafsa's Quran and give it to us so we can produce from the Quranic materials the Quran. So what we've got is Hafsa's Quran, which is just made and not used, it seems. Then we get Uthman's Quran, which is a remake, but not the same as Hafsa's Quran. And we've got the men, and Zayd ibn Thabit, when he collects the Quran originally, he's collecting it from date leaves, he's collecting it from bits of bone, he's collecting it from stones. Clearly this is not a complete collection. And men say, I've got quotes, that they didn't get the whole Quran written down. And we know the verse of stoning is not in there, because it was eaten by a sheep, right? Yeah, that's in the hadith. That's in the hadith. It's not like controversial. So the verse of stoning is not in the Quran for that reason. So you see, when you say to me, it's like it was just collected by Uthman, that's not true.